So right now we plan for 4 weeks of the mock exam paper. There's one paper split into 4 weeks, not 4 weeks of 4 exams. So that's why when you work on the worksheets, you can see that actually these are the easier questions, right? Because I picked out the first few questions from the MCQ, then the first few from the OEQ, open-ended. So that's why you might be thinking, quite easy to do. However, from next week onwards, it might get more and more difficult. Okay, so usually in the beginning, it's always easy. After that, it gets tougher. Now let's see. So how does this thing work? Your full paper, right? You have 3 sections. Okay, so science exam. You have section A. All right, and then the mark allocation. Section A is 30 questions. Section B, 40. This will be this is MCQ. This is SAQ, short answer questions. And then part C or section C is the long answer question. This will be 30 marks. So this consists of 3 questions, 10 marks each. All right, so everything adds up to 100%. Right now, today we are doing 8 MCQ. So it's going to be 8, 7, 8, 7. Then of course, the rest of the questions will be split accordingly. Certain tutorial, today's one is quite short. So the answers are pretty short, but the subsequent ones will be longer. We might not be able to finish everything, but we will try our best. Okay? So OEQ, this will be MCQ for the 4 weeks. Tutorial 19. 20, 21, 22. All right. Then the open-ended will consist of both SAQ and LAQ. So I think today is just SAQ. All right. And then the later part over here, you have LAQ. Do you still recall all the topics that you have learned in Sec 1? If you don't remember, later I can send to you. Make sure you still have all those resources with you. How many of you still kept the notes? Still have it with you? Or you have thrown away, given away? If you have given away your notes, your worksheets, your exam papers, textbook, let me know. So I can come up with the full set of Sec 1 notes for you and I can send to you. Just let me know. You just type into the chat if you need help in this. Okay? But your teacher should have already told you, right? You are supposed to keep it. Don't throw away. Now, Yuan, can you turn on the camera? I see Birkin, Enlak, Harvard, and Howlun only. The rest of you are missing. Okay, Harvard can. I will. Yeah, turn on the video lor. Because some people have the external camera. So when I say, can you turn on the video? Then they say, I don't have a video, I have a camera. Then now I say camera, you ask me what's a camera. Okay, mine is an external one. It's a webcam. Yeah, hello Winnie. Hi Yinchi. Thank you for turning on your camera. At least I can see part of your head. Hi Jimin, I have not seen you for a long time. Every time you tell me you're eating dinner, you will turn on later, but you never did. Right, hi Sheena. Okay, so let's do this. If you all don't try this, because I only have answer from Andrea, Birkin, Casper. I don't see Casper today. Okay, and then Heiyin, then Charmaine, Howlun, Harvard, Inchi, LeBron, Sheena. LeBron not here as well. So I can see how you have done your work. But the rest of you, I wouldn't know. So you need to type your answer in, Ken. Let me just deactivate. So you'll only check with the host. Okay, so first question here. Which of the following are the examples of matter? So very quickly, matter means anything that has mass and takes up space. Now, the only answer over here, quickly type into the chat. Those who have done it, all of you got it right. So this is like 1 mark each. At the end of the 4 weeks, you will have the consolidated marks. Okay, yes, that's correct. Okay, so keep a record. Hey, Casper, you're here. I didn't mark your attendance, so sorry. Okay, Casper, yeah, you got it right also. Yeah, Yuan, that's not correct. Yes, that's right now. Okay, so yep, all of you who type in here, your answer should be just air and water. Okay, so light and sound, they are actually classified under energy. But air is made up of different gases, and these gases are made up of atoms and molecules. All right, so made up of different gases, and then this is made up of water molecules. So we have molecules here. Okay, this is atoms plus molecules. You have done all these topics in the Sec 1. Question 2. Now, which statement best shows that blue copper sulfate solution is a mixture? Now, when you talk about mixture, what is something that you need to know? What is something that you need to know if we are talking about just mixture? Okay, think about the characteristics. How is it being formed? Yep. So which topic did you learn this actually last year? If you recall, you were actually learning elements, correct? Then you learn about elements are found in periodic table. Then you learn about the compounds. Then you learn about mixtures. So mixtures are formed when there is no chemical reaction. No chemical reaction refer to something as well, isn't it? Okay, so when there is no chemical reaction, usually there will not be any energy taken in or given out in a way that will rearrange the atoms. Okay, so C is the answer over here. Why? Because no heat or light is involved when you dissolve copper 2 sulfate in water. Okay, copper 2 sulfate solution is blue. Blue doesn't mean anything. Okay, copper sulfate is made up of 3 elements. Yet we know that it's actually copper, sulfur, and oxygen. This is the formula for copper 2 sulfate. Now, when heated strongly, blue solution leaves behind a white residue. This is already in the state where it's decomposed. So originally, if you all don't know, copper sulfate crystals appear as blue crystals when it's dissolved in water. Water is colorless. So you have your copper sulfate crystals here, and then you have water. So you get your copper sulfate solution. Okay, so how do you represent copper sulfate solution? Next year, you're going to learn this. There will be a bracket AQ. Okay, bracket AQ means aqueous state, dissolved in water. Over here, which statement is true about the periodic table? Now, I'm going to ask you a few questions about periodic table. You know that there's something called period. There's something called group. What do you understand by these two? What is period and what is group? Jimin, maybe you want to answer this question. Heart pounding away. What is the meaning of period and what is the meaning of group? Do you still recall? You can unmute yourself. It's fine. But I know you will not. Okay, I'll let you choose someone to answer this. Unluck, you are wanted to answer these questions. What do you understand by period and what do you understand by group? That's unluck. Is unluck here? Oh yeah, unluck is here, being covered. Okay. Group. When we talk about group, you are going downwards. Okay. When you're talking about period, you are going from left to right. Yes. All right. So Yuyan, your computer crashed again. You need to look into it. Now let me see whether I can find the periodic table now. I should have it here. But today it went missing. Right. So if you can recall, where do you get your periodic table from? I think every day in school, right? Okay, when you refer to your textbook, you should be able to find the periodic table. Where? Where is it? Which part of the book? Yeah. Okay, Yuyan, you are correct. The rest of you, do you all remember? It's the last page, right? So if you can see, okay, this is just one example, not the best example here. Your school no textbook. Which school again? Let's see. Birkin. Oh, okay. Yeah, Birkin, your school different. I know. The topics that you're doing also very different from what we are doing now. Now, can you see the periodic table? Yep. So if we go by the period, okay, we are going from left to right. These are the horizontal rows. Then if you are going by the groups, right? Okay, we are looking at the vertical columns. So the first one over here, we call it the group 1. In fact, hydrogen is not put here. Okay, I should have chosen a better periodic table. Anyway, you all know hydrogen is actually floating somewhere. And there's a reason why hydrogen is found there. Okay, so group 1 consists of lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. All right, so this is the group 1. Then we have group 18, helium all the way to this unknown. Okay, now, if we go by the period, the first period, you only have 2 elements, hydrogen and helium. Period 2, you have lithium all the way to neon. Now, when you look at the period, it actually tells you how many electron shells there are, isn't it? You also recall that? Formation of ions, you probably learned that last year. Okay, so the first shell can take 2 electrons, second electron shell takes up to 8 electrons. If you recall, that'll be good. If you cannot recall, that means you have to refer back to your Sec 1 materials. So far, only Harvard says that he needs the Sec 1 notes, right? Because he doesn't know whether he has misplaced the materials. So I will send one set to him. If you all need, you have to let me know. Can text me privately or you can send me the message here also. Back to this. Okay. So which statement is true about the periodic table? Now, elements are categorized into 7 groups. Is that correct? What did I say just now? I talk about group 1, right? Then I talk about the other side or the other end of it, which is group 18. So you cannot say that there are only 7 groups. In the past, we learned group 1 to group 7 and group 0, but now they change it back again. So you have group 1, up to 18. Okay, so this is not correct. Statement B, elements are arranged according to their nucleon number. Is that right? What do you all think? What is the nucleon number? And luck, can you get somebody to answer this? What is the nucleon number? Caden, good choice. Caden used to turn on his camera also. Today never. In fact, quite a number of weeks already. So we don't know whether he's here, right? Very good choice. Remember last week you answered something differently? And then Yuan laugh at you. Something like that. Okay, Caden, you're supposed to answer what is nucleon number. I'm not sure whether you all can still remember. Cannot remember at all. Winnie, do you remember, Winnie? Also don't remember. It's okay. Please. I'm not here to stress you out. Don't remember, just tell me. Okay. Let's see. Sheena, do you recall? Don't recall. Okay. Now, if I show you, let me find a better periodic table. I should get the one from SEAB. Give me 1 minute. Okay, then, meanwhile, you have to answer this still.